Food is the ultimate reason for the development and evolution of packaging design. Packaging for other goods subsequently followed. Before the invention of packaging, food was consumed immediately and locally. Early packages were constructed for transporting food and water short distances. These packages were assembled using natural materials such as hollowed-out logs, reeds, woven baskets, tree bark, and leaves. Early forms of glass and clay-based potteries began in Egypt in 1500 BC. During the 14th century, crude metal development started in Bavaria. Evolutions in these technologies have continuously improved packaging to this day. Papermaking techniques evolved in Asia and spread across the globe, landing in America in 1690. Improvements in papermaking techniques yielded the creation of the wood pulp paper process in 1867. The safe preservation of foods in metal containers was finally realized in France in the early 1800s. In 1809, General Napoleon Bonaparte offered 12,000 francs to anyone who could preserve food for his army. Nicholas Appert found that by sterilizing food and storing it in sealed tin cans, shelf life was vastly improved. In 1817, the first cardboard box was produced in England by Sir Thornhill. Cardboard box packaging was made the same year in Germany. The industrialization of paperboard products significantly modernized the way foods are packaged and stored, beginning with Francis Wally's invention of the paper bag machine in 1852. In 1866, Dr. Lyon's tooth powder printed their logo directly on the metal containers that they were packaging in. This is where we see the start of branding and the importance of packaging. In the 1870s, Robert Gare accidentally created semi-flexible packaging by cutting and creasing paperboard in his factory in Brooklyn.
In 1886, this gentleman founded the Coca-Cola Company, which was one of the first companies to package their products in a way which promoted mass brand development. And in the summer of 1894, a businessman named Joseph Beinhardt invented the first successful bottling process, which enabled the drink to be sold to the masses. Coca-Cola became so popular that some people would go to grocers and buy 2 or 3 bottles of Coca-Cola at a time. Coke noticed this and thought, damn, I should invent some form of bottle transportation. And the six-pack was born. In 1896, Nabisco was the first major corporation to join Gare's folding carton movement. They took it a step further, however, and packaged their crackers in a wax paper package within the outer cardboard package. The Kellogg brothers did something similar with their cereal in 1906. Originally, they put their cereal in a box, with the bag over the box. The bag later moved inside, and the modern cereal box was born.
During the time span between World War I and World War II, prodigious scientific advances developed out of necessity. Polymer-based materials like acetate were being developed and have evolved into materials that we still use today. With demand for metals to build vehicles and munitions rising, we see a global impetus towards rationing and recycling. The fervor with which Americans embraced recycling to assist the war efforts provided a blueprint for future endeavors in recycling. 1941 also held a scientific milestone with the invention of the first aerosol insect repellent, paving the way for other spray can technology. In 1951, Paul Hogan and Robert Banks discovered a process of successfully synthesizing high-density polyethylene, which became the base for many modern plastic containers. The 1950s also saw the advent of the television culture. With it came convenience packaging. In 1952, Swanson & Sons developed and successfully mass-produced frozen meals, dubbed the TV dinner. Televisions also provided advertisers with a brand new medium to reach consumers, the commercial.
There's just nothing like a frosty bottle of Coca-Cola. So tangy in taste, so ever fresh in sparkle.
By 1977, plastic beverage bottles were becoming the industry standard.
Plastics revolutionized the packaging world and provided a sturdy material to create containers with. However, polypropylene caused a lot of ecological issues. Through using materials that are recyclable, companies are able to be more environmentally conscious. For example, cardboard is utilized a lot more frequently as it is not only sturdy enough to be used as a container, but it is also easy to break down and reuse and recycle. Companies have also made other changes to their products to be more eco-friendly, such as Poland Spring reducing the thickness of their plastic bottles and the size of their bottle caps. McDonald's eliminated their previously used styrofoam sandwich containers and redesigned their packaging to be primarily paper-based and recyclable. Starbucks made changes by creating reusable cups and encouraging the use of reusable cups in general. Other companies, such as Dunkin' Donuts, are also introducing similar methods to stay eco-friendly. Sustainable packaging design is a growing trend as we continue efforts to reduce waste.
Packaging trends are constantly evolving. Paralleling the endless factors contributing to these new trends are the countless trends themselves. Here are a few notable ones. A growing number of liquid-based brands are adopting flexible packaging formats. A flexible pouch provides consumers with convenience and portability. Because consumers can learn more about products than ever before with the internet, brands have been including QR codes on products to inform customers about product information and savings in packaging costs due to the reduction of printed information. This trend has provided brands with more screen time with consumers on their mobile devices. Brands have also been adopting a color for packaging that was once reserved for generic and tech products, white. Food and beverage packaging now use this color to provide a clean, upscale look without distraction. Another growing trend in packaging is an increasing influence of store brands. Increase in product quality and the appearance of sophisticated packaging of store brand merchandise are factors that have contributed to this trend. Compliance packaging has been driven by the desire to reduce the number of deaths in the U.S. associated with the lack of medication adherence by patients. Unit dose packaging has been designed in compliance-enhancing formats that remind people whether they have taken their medications. Brands have moved beyond a simple mascot to represent their brand identity and have developed dimensionalized characters with rich online worlds, social media, games, blogs, and videos.